remains. Vishtarakshitam, protected by destiny. Gruhe, at home. Sthitam, although situated. Tat vihatam, struck by the will of the Supreme. Vinashyati, it is lost. Jivati, remains alive. Anatha api, although without a protector. Tat ikshitaha, being protected by the Lord. Vane, in the forest. Gruhe, at home. Abhiguptaha, well hidden and protected. Asya, of this one. Hataha, struck. Na, not. Jivati, lives. Translation: sometimes one loses his money on a public street where everyone can see it, and yet his money is protected by destiny and not seen by others. Thus, the man who lost it gets it back. On the other hand, if the Lord does not give protection, even money maintained very securely at home is lost. If the Supreme Lord gives one protection, even though one has no protector and is in the jungle, one remains alive, whereas a person well protected at home by relatives and others sometimes dies, no one being able to protect him. Purport: these are examples of the supremacy of the Lord. Our plans to protect or annihilate do not act, but whatever He thinks of doing actually happens. The examples given in this regard are practical. Everyone has had some practical experiences, and there are also many other clear examples. For instance, Prahlad Maharaj said that a child is certainly dependent on his father and mother, but in spite of their presence, the child is harassed in many ways. Sometimes, in spite of a supply of good medicine and an experienced physician, a patient does not survive. Therefore, since everything is dependent on the free will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, our only duty is to surrender unto Him and seek His protection. अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome to our morning discussion on Srimad Bhagvatam. Yesterday we discussed 35th verse, wherein Hiranyakashipu is enlightening his relatives, his mother, his brother Hiranyaksha's wife Rushabhanu, and his sons, their sons, as well as many other relatives. When Hiranyaksha was killed by Varahadev, and Hiranyaksha's body is about to be cremated. So here he is telling one more point, that how Lord is, when He decides to give protection, then only there is protection possible. And when He doesn't want to protect the way we want it to be protected, then it won't be protected in our way. Lord's will only works. That's why in Jesus, that's why in Bible it is said, "O Lord, let Thy will be done, not mine." Our will not work at all. That's why we have to know what is the will of the Lord. That we come to know only in Guru Parampara, and then we tune in with that will only, then we are very happy. Little bit diversion, little bit separate interest will make us miserable. That's why sadhakas also become miserable, because their will is not matching with the Supreme Lord, with Guru, with Hari Guru Vaishnavas. As much as our will doesn't match, that much will be miserable. Hmm. The path is susukam kartum avyam, but the devotee will not be experiencing it because he has separate interest. The other day we were discussing when Lord Kapila is telling Mother Devoti, bhakti in the mode of ignorance, tamasic bhakti, bhakti in the mode of passion, rajasic bhakti, and bhakti in the mode of goodness, sattvic bhakti. So they are all called as bhinna druk. They have separate interest, or prathak bhav, different mood and all that. So that won't work. So we have to know that, and here there are so many examples which prove that how it doesn't work. No matter how much we try to give protection, it won't. That's why Prahlad Maharaj in his prayers later will say, बालस्य नेह शरणं पितरो नृसिंह नार्तस्य चागदमुदन्वति मज्जतौ नौ तप्तस्य तत्प्रतिविधीर्य इहाञ्जश्रेष्ठस् तावद्विभूतनुभृतां त्वदुपेक्षितानां. So very nice prayer in saying, Balasya neha sharanam pitaro nrsimha. Oh my dear Lord Nrsimhadev, if a child is not protected by you, then he, despite having very wealthy parents, father is stinking rich, he gives blank check to the doctor with his signature. Write any amount, it's yours, but give protection. Protect my child, save my child. So not necessarily the doctor will be able to do that. In Bollywood movies, that doctor sometimes raise hand. अब तो सब कुछ ऊपर वाले के हाथ में है. As if before that everything was in this fool's hands. Never any case was in any doctor's hand. It was always in the Lord's hand only. Karmana Daiva Netrena. According to the karma of that person and divine Daiva Netra, the eyes, then everyone's life is conducted. Doctors and all others, they are just instruments, they are puppets. Mm. The doctors see so many patients dying. Best of the cardiologists, they see so many heart patients dying in front of them. All their experience, all that, they cannot save that. And sometimes when the case is very critical, they give up hopes and a person remains alive. And they're wondering, in the heart of their heart, they understand the super cardiologist is working. But if they're honest, they will agree. Otherwise, they will take the what do you call that, credit to themselves. Yeah, we saved your. That was a very critical case, but we could save your relatives, like that. So one has to be very honest and accept Lord's mercy. How Lord is the doer. We are just one of the persons supporting. Balasya neha sharanam pitro nrusimha नार्तस्य च अगद न नार्तस्य च agadam udanvati majjatano. Two examples is च agadam. The best of the medicines cannot save the patients in the hospitals. I don't know how much, but sometimes the injections cost very costly. They are very costly, 5,000, 10,000. Recently some 3 4 years back, one of the our NIT Warangal pass out devotees, can I go improve? His son had some difficulty, so doctor gave three injections, one each one of 16,000 rupees, and there is no other alternative for a child, small child, hardly 4 5 years old. So this is just, I think there are costlier injection than that. He saw. I know this. I think 16,000 highest. There may be 30,000, 40,000, or beyond that also. So costly. But best of the medicines cannot save. But holy name can save. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is topmost medicine in the creation. Enechi aushadhi maya नाशिबार लागी हरि नाम महामंत्र लो तुमी मागी. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, Enechi Aushadhi Maya. I have brought, you have Bhavarog, the disease of getting repeatedly born and dead. So then here is the medicine, Bhavaushadhi, the medicine which will relieve you, stop your repetition of birth and death. Nashi Baro Lagi, it will destroy Maya. याची औषधी माया नाशी बारो लागी हरिनाम महामंत्र लव तुम्ही मागे. I have brought it and please take it. So this is the top doctor of the creation, Doctor Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No better doctor than him. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, what he says, Aushadhi, he uses word. In the medicine also, the healing ability is Krishna only. Just the medicine cannot cure you ever. That's why same medicine cures someone and same medicine kills someone. In a sense, the person dies despite taking the medicine. So the medicine is not useful, but the healing ability in the medicine, and that is Krishna, and that is according to karma. Anybody remembers what is it? Pushnami chaham aushadam. Some if you can get just started. So he's saying I am this healing ability in the medicine. He's not the medicine. The medicine is by Maya because earth, water, air, fire, ether. That's how any medicine will be made. But in that healing ability is Krishna. धारयामि हम ओजसा पुष्णामि औषधम. Okay, ठीक है. No problem. But he's saying he's that healing ability. Just like in the all the planets are made up of Maya, but then Krishna enters inside, as he's saying, Gama Vishwaja Bhutani. I enter in each and every planet, and the planet floats. Otherwise, by Maya's arrangement, by the gravitational pull, this all falls under laws of material nature. So it has to fall down. Any atom thrown up has to fall down. And these are such huge, heavy planets automatically appearing to be floating in the sky. How is it possible? Because Krishna enters into it. Krishna is that floating potency. He's that chit tattva, chinmay. Otherwise, the other matter is it won't be able to sustain that planet. So similarly, the medicine is made up of Maya, earth, water, air, fire, ether. But Krishna is the healing potency, and then He acts. Just like our body is made up of Maya only, earth, water, air, fire, ether. But Krishna is there as Paramatma, and His part and parcel. We ourselves are also Sachidananda. So this is how Krishna acts. Balasya neha sharanam pitronso natasya chagadam udanvati majjatau now. Nauka, the boat, also cannot float on uh, in the ocean if Krishna doesn't want it so. It will drown. That's what happened with the Titanic. Great Britain made this in 1910, around 1910 or 12. So then they were so proud. This is the ship which even God cannot sink. Even before it was constructed, that kind of slogans were there. And they were so overconfident that there were very less lifeboats also on that. Mm. Less than what is expected. They have no that protocol or whatever they call. So that much has to be there in case some emergency, like any vehicle we can see, always we'll find many things, but emergency exit also will be there. Mm, because anytime fire accident can happen, many things can happen. So they did not have it, and sure enough, on the first voyage only, most of the richest people of London and Great Britain, they were all there, because they wanted to enjoy life, and they were it was selling, and it started in the morning somewhere, and midnight, first day only midnight, it hit one iceberg. There was a hole that developed in the surface, and water started gushing in. There were rich people who were playing on the deck, because what happened, the iceberg was burst open, so ice came on the deck, and these rich people, bade baap ke bigde hue bete, so they were smoking, drinking, and they found ice. Oh, they took made bowl out of it. One person threw on another one, another, it burst open, he collected, he threw. They are playing with the iceberg, which is what you call symbol of their death. What is happening below they don't know. It's a huge ship. In Ganges, we travel in those small boat. Anything happens, we'll come to know. Here it is so huge, several, maybe 100 feet tall height. So they did not understand. But then the crew members came to understand that there is a hole now, and the water of the ocean is gushing in. Now we need to do something. So many things were done. So then the operator he gave call, but then what happened? It was in the midnight, so there was nobody in the control room. So he did not lift. And in those days, there was nothing like mobiles. It was those what do you call dialing. So there was no missed call left there. And then he tried few times, but no, it's ringing, but nobody lifting. Then he just kept it down. It's useless. Midnight, maybe he's sleeping. And when he kept it down, then only the person came. Vinashakale viparita buddhi. Then another measure was taken. There were cannons on the top of the deck there. So they shot it 7 times in the sky. Very cannon, very powerful. So there were ships, some eight, to give indication to other ships, 8 miles away, 15 miles away in the ocean. So they found in the midnight, what is this? Why are they? shooting in the midnight. Is there any threat for that ship? So we'll wait for a while and see if they continue, then we will go. But then they thought we shot already 7 times, nobody maybe observed in the midnight, so useless. So they stopped it. They would have just continued for some more time, then ships would have come. So nobody came, and here water was gushing in. It was all difficult. Then the last rescue was leave the passengers in that lifeboats, put them in the ocean, and something there will be some help over there. So now again, Vinashakale Viprativiti, where the boat had capacity of 35 people, they put somewhere 12, somewhere 15, somewhere 20. Why not 35? Because it has capacity of 35. It will not sink, it will not drown. But no, that's not possible. And because Lord had a plan. They were richest people, very much into intoxicants and sinful people. They were supposed to die. Not all, those who were. There were around 1000 passengers and I think 1500 uh, the members, what they call crew members and attendants and all that. So they were all taking cases. That means for every two people, three people were there to serve. Mm, but then slowly it started sinking, and then people died not because of this ship drowning, but because of the cold water, because the iceberg bursting open and whole water became so chill cold. People died there. Even the designer of Titanic ship also was traveling on that. He also died, but then he reincarnated and he told how he 11-year-old boy I think he shows how he designed and all. And then people had to agree, yeah, he was the designer because such a complicated ship, so many crankshafts and piston, this and that. But he could tell everything exactly. But the point is, such a ship also cannot be protected. But if Lord so desires, it can be easily protected. So it all depends on the Lord. नार्तस्य चागतमुदन्वति मज्जतनो तप्तस्य तत्प्रतिविधिरे इहांजस्यष्टस्तावद् विभुतनुभृतां त्वदुपेक्षितानाम्. If Lord neglects someone, he cannot be protected by anyone. Lord doesn't neglect anyone. Person neglects Lord's laws of nature. By defying the Lord's nature's laws, one defies Lord's laws, and then he treads very dangerous path of destroying himself only. So that's how people then meet with their destruction. And if Krishna so desires, without medical treatment also a person can survive. It's not that so many people die in ICU. ICU means every day 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40, 50,000, depending on the level of that hospital. Very costly. One day, 24 hours, they cost a lot. Hmm. Ordinary person cannot think of being inside. He's better die outside because I don't have so much money at all. My 10 lifetimes money also I cannot give for that one day. But then people die there. So many rich people die there. Because that is not the protection. That's why Prabhupada said, let us die peacefully. Never take me to hospital. I don't want these syringes and this IV and all that. Here, there, ventilator. No, death is going to come. What's the point? Just last moment. Sometimes, like children will say, "No, sir, please just give 5 minutes. I'm preparing last, and then exam can begin. Sir, please. What is the point? Exam are declared 2 months back, 3 months back. Every semester beginning, we know that exam will be there at the end of 6 months or so. Why to? So now is the time to prepare ourselves. Life is preparation. Death is examination. What's the point? Last 1 2 months, just one more year if I could like that. Prabhupada says his own experience. He saw one man requesting doctor, oh doctor, please give me 4 years. I have my plans to give them shape. It will just take 4 years. Please give me 4 years. Prabhupada says, what? 4 years? 4 minutes also cannot be given by the doctor. He is helpless. He can do nothing. I heard that once a cardiologist was traveling in a train. His wife was also cardiologist. He had two sons. They were also cardiologists. Their wife, they were also cardiologists. They were all traveling, and he had heart attack, and he collapsed there in the train only. And they were all around him. They gave some basic thing, and he died in front of them. He himself cardiologist and all of this, and he died in the midst of cardiologists. So cardiologist death. Hmm. So one cannot be protected like that. So protection for that, as such, materially one should not try for this kind of protection. Your body is dead anyway. It's a dead body. Not that with birth the body was born. Body was not born. It just appeared in this. The body, all materials are dead only. We cut the fingernails, and we keep it down, they don't grow only. We cut our hair and put them down, they never grow. They grow only on head or on body. Then also we can see very surprisingly here the hair don't grow only up to certain. Just imagine all these hairs start growing. All over we'll have to do shaving or cutting or something. Like we have the trimming of the plants on the divider of the roads. Like that. We have to keep doing that every now and then. Saloon only. Saloons will be flourishing like anything. These hair grow, and they grow up to that level only. Otherwise, every time, yes, what? Okay, over now. Conversation over gets closed. Oh, horrible it would be. Looking us, how would we look? Hairy body, like in competition with bears, like that. So Krishna has given nice body. What is supposed to grow grows. What is not supposed to grow does not grow. But only intelligence doesn't grow. That is the big problem. For which only we should go to Guru, and Guru will give the intelligence. What is your body meant for? Use that. Use it for that purpose, not otherwise. So one should be very intelligent to understand the purpose and use the body for its ultimate this thing. We need protection, but we need spiritual protection. As far as the body is concerned, body will be, at the particular time with our birth death only. Death is also fixed. Unfortunately, we are so much mad after our birth date. The whole throughout 365 days or 364 days, we are waiting. Yes, that day is coming closer. Day is coming closer. Day is coming closer, and some plans, and we make a lot of propaganda so that it will be a grand celebration. Like that. If possible, you could have it in seven-star hotels only in Dubai or somewhere. But okay, chalo, in my own way, as better as best as possible. So it's useless because death day is coming. About that, there is no concern only. That I'm coming closer, and closer to death. That hardly anybody thinks in the world. Only intelligent people know. Smaranityam anityata, as Chanakya Pandit says. Always remember temporary nature of this world. Just like I came to Bangalore. So while before coming only, I knew I have to leave on 23rd morning. So while coming also I knew 23rd is return journey. After while being here also, while meeting devotees, I said please meet me before 22nd night because 23rd early morning I will leave. So it's very clear. I am not settling here. I have not come here to settle here. I have to go out. But I have come for a purpose, services. So render those services and if possible a little more services and push off. So likewise I have been coming to this Bangalore city for you all, and this is Pune city. So in this city, I'm here for a while, and then I'll perform my services and get out of this Bangalore city. That means this body. Navadvare Pure Gehi. This is called as the city of nine gates: two eyes, two nostrils, two ear holes, one mouth, one anus, and one genital. One and through that nine holes, the Jivatma enters, and he will exit also through one of these nine gates only. Those who are sinful people, though they exit from the lower holes, from genital or anus, but those who are pious, they go from either eyes. The soul goes, pranavayu goes either through eyes, through ear holes, through nostrils, or through mouth. Yogis are there, they have very yummy, they raise the Kundalini chakra, and here from the Brahmarandra it opens at the time of death, and the soul departs to the destination where he desires at the time of death. That ordinary people have no access only. We can never depart from Brahmarandra. We have only these nine holes. Pious people. That's why in the general hospitals and all, if you go to general ward in the hospital, you'll find the mattresses completely with urine and stool and all that. At the time of death, the sinful people they see Yamaraj, Yamdutas, and they are so fierce, so black and cruel, they ugly. So seeing them immediately, so much fear arises in the heart of that dying person. He immediately passes urine or stool, and that's how the mattresses are so dirty over there. So one should know this principle and one should surrender to Krishna. Surrendering to Krishna is the only way to come out of all these things. Otherwise, death is coming, but one should do one's duty. That's why being duty bound is very important. On the topmost level, love only, but at least one step down. So I have my duties. If I don't get carried away by desires, I don't get carried away by fears. I have my duty, I do it. Lord's desire, it gets fulfilled. If not, okay. Best is to do those things which are prescribed by the scriptures, Hari Guru Vaishnavas. Then we will never meet with any destruction. Like Prabhupada apparently went on a mission impossible, but he could accomplish it by the grace of the Lord because Mahaprabhu had said, Prithvityacheta Nagaradigram Sarvatra Prachar Hoive Moranam. Prabhupada, let's say Prabhupada would have gone to America and all defeat, nothing he had. A third heart attack there, and he's dying. Doctor told just last 1 hour or something, and then he dies. No problem, because okay, I just started the path. Now next preacher will come in future, and Mahaprabhu has said, it will spread all over the world. He will be able to accomplish. Somebody will be able to accomplish, because otherwise, how can Mahaprabhu's Vani go in vain? No way, like that. If not me, somebody else. Just like we do some services, sometimes we are called for some other reason. We go and we tell some other devotee, and he does it finished. All devotees, let's say prasadam cooking. So I had to leave, so I'll tell somebody else. He cooks and offer to the Lord, and everybody served. Done. I'm happy. Hmm. Somebody has to do it, not that I only have to do it. So in spiritual life only there is no defeat. Otherwise, material life bound to be defeat. And last defeat is death. Parabhavas tavad abodha jato yavan jigyasata atma tattvam. Prabhupada would quote often that parabhavas, one meets with greatest defeat in life at the time of death. It's a strong slap on the life of a materialist. He understood, my God, such an empire I erected. I started huge. And those who are wealthy people, you can imagine Dhirubhai Ambani. How many thousands of crores of rupees? For us, 1 2 crore rupees, like for brahmacharis, to 10 15 30 lakhs itself, like a huge. So so many thousands of crores of rupees, and then one is doctors are telling sorry sir, sorry sir, sorry sir. Hmm, sorry. Sometimes they try all the best, all the way. They go to America here. There also doctors. Then person understand. I have to learn. It's a big. Psyche gets disturbed like anything. How can I give up all this? I earned it. My hard work. How what will happen? Hmm. One thing is children will take care, but I want it for myself. How can I hand over to other? But okay, take care. You take care, because one is helpless, one is going out of that body. So one has to try for spiritual protection, and for that one should serve Vaishnavas. This materially what Prabhupada says here, these are the examples of supremacy of the Lord. So things which Lord wants to protect will be protected. Once His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu was going these many years back, in those years we used to have jukebox. Jukebox, you understand? uh, huh? He had this size like that. It was, I think, in those years it was costing 10,000 rupees, quite costly, and many lectures were audio lectures were stored in that. Used to hear in their journey and all that. So somehow it fell down. God knows how it fell down somewhere, and the train started. Then when he wanted to hear, he found it is not there. Then it was, yeah, it was informed to the devotees there, and they searched in his room here in Brahmacharya Ashram Pune. There also they did not find. So they understood somewhere fell down, lost and all that. After whatever 1 day, 2 days or something, one beggar came to Radhakunjaberi temple in Pune, and he said, this is because I think Radheshamru's name and all that was written there, address of temple. So he first, when he got in his hand, he must have tried everything. He did not understand what it is. Hardly any buttons and all that. Na? So somehow he thought, let me give it to the owner. Something they may give it written. So he very honestly gave it, and dude, oh, thank you, like that. Then I asked him, do you know what it is? He said, no, I don't know what it is. I tried, I couldn't understand what it is. So they said, this is jukebox and all. But thank you for, so please take some prasad. They gave him some prasad. Maybe he expected money, but whatever. Prasad is much better than that. So it will be protected. Similarly, our one other brahmachari, he went for a doctor or something like that. And then he came back and he found his bid bag is not there. He searched all over the ashram, here, there, and he was wondering where is the bid bag gone. And next morning in temple hall, we announced that this Prabhu has lost his initiated beads. Please, it's very difficult. Please, and the brahmachari was almost about to cry only. Guru Maharaj gave me initiation. It's very rare initiation. After many decades later, we get it. And now what to do? And he went to Radheshamru crying. Radheshamru said, no, don't worry. It's not a problem. You something Krishna will arrange. So then somehow he went back to hospital, and where he got down from auto the earlier day, it had fallen, like footpath is there and road, no? Somewhere there it had fallen. It was still lying as it is. He picked it up, removed the dust and all that. He brought it to ashram, and he was like, life came back to body. So Lord gives protection. Now so many passers by might have been there on that road, but because Lord had given protection, so nobody touched it. That, as Prabhupada says here, we may have all money secured at home, but anything can happen and it is gone. Therefore, since everything is dependent on the free will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, our only duty is to surrender unto Him and seek His protection. So if we serve Vaishnavas who are the way to serve the Lord, Vaishnavas are very dear to the Lord. That's what we should try for. Directly trying to serve Lord will not help, will not be entertained also. Because he said, who are you? You are a sinful person. But when we go through the medium of the spiritual master, to the medium of the Vaishnavas, then Lord accepts. That's why some of the times we have Radharani like this in some ISKCON temples. Or like this also is there anyway. Here also we may be having. So she's having flower or she's having flower garland and offering to Krishna, but actually that flower or garland of flowers, the flowers indicate jivas. And saying, oh Lord, please accept this jivas or accept this jiva. He's a very wonderful devotee. Krishna says, no, no, what wonderful? He is a fool number one, wonderful. Huh? So I wonder what kind of fool is he? So Radharani says, no, 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 he's much better than me. Please accept. So when Radharani says, Krishna has to accept. That's why Prabhupada wrote that song. Krishna taba punya habe bhai. Je punya karibe jabe Radha Rani khushi habe. Dhruva ati boli tomatai. Oh my dear friend, I tell you firmly with conviction that if only is Radharani pleased, then only Krishna will accept you. Otherwise, you have no hope. So she is Bhakti Devi. She is the personification. She is the mistress of all the bhaktas. So we should approach Lord through devotees and serve them, then it will be done. Then Krishna will be happy. In Bhagavad when Arjun asks Krishna, Krishna is requesting him follow the yoga path. But Arjun's question is, what if I am not able to accomplish the goal of yoga, the perfection of yoga? I become like a riven cloud, neither here nor there. So riven cloud means from the huge cloud because of the wind blowing. Some small cloud may get separated, and because very small, wind will just blow it off. It will get lost in oblivion. So will it be like that, like a riven cloud? Krishna says, no, nahi kalyana krit kasyat durgatim tata gacchati. Anybody who does good to others, my dear child, don't think that he will meet with destruction. Nahi kalyana krit kasyat. Anybody who's done kalyan krit, durgatim tata gacchati. No is in the beginning only. He will never meet with durgati, bad destination, all that. That's why Krishna in Bhagavata only is recommending 12.8 Mayyeva mana adasya mayi buddhim niveshaya. You fix your mind on me. But if you are not able to fix in your mind on me, then 12.9 Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi mayi sthiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichhaptum dhananjay. You cannot fix your mind on me, no problem. You follow the regulative principles of devotional service, which we are all doing. We are trying to be sadhakas and we are practicing chanting, whatever acharyas are telling. We are not able to fix our mind on Krishna 24 hours because mind is contaminated. But through sadhan bhakti, mind will keep getting purified, and eventually there will be non-stop remembrance of the Lord. And then he says, if you cannot do this also, then at least offer the fruits of your action to me. And if you cannot offer fruits of your action to me, then at least for some noble cause. That means materialistic cause outside. First three are related to Krishna. One is directly fixing mind on Krishna. The other is body, vacha, that is level. And the third is at least the fruits of one's action. Not the body, vacha and mind, but through body something is produced that fruit we offer to Krishna. But the fourth is very generous. He's saying give it for some noble cause. So anybody who does good to others will never meet with destruction. So Vaishnav Seva will never perish. Rather, he will flourish. So we should be servants of devotees. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he says that what is that? Apicheta suduracharo bhajane. After that, dharmat shipram hi bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Very soon, such a person who has fallen down from his spiritual position, but he continues with the devotional practices, he will be again properly righteously situated. Dharmatma he will become. Dharmatma. Very, very righteous. Chipram hi bhavati dharmatma shashva shantim nigacchati. He will achieve lasting peace. Kaunteya pratijani, my dear Kaunteya, Arjun, declare it boldly. Name bhakta pranashyati. My devotee never perishes. So Krishna has already declared that my devotee will never perish. Now we have to declare I am that devotee. How to become devotee? The devotee is not just chanting Hare Krishna, putting tilak. Sare gaye makhila tilak gaura milena. You take that gopi chandan, make a huge paste and pour on your whole body. It's all chandan smeared body. You cannot achieve Krishna. Sare gaye makhila tilak. Makhil, pura smeared. Gaura milena, you cannot get gaur. So how to get? by serving devotees. One who serves Vaishnavas, Krishna accepts him as a devotee. That's what in Adi Puran Krishna is telling to Arjun. One who says that I am, anybody says that I am Krishna, your devotee, Krishna said, no, you are not my devotee. But anybody who says that I am devotee of your devotee, I am servant of your devotee, yeah, you come. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur would literally apply it in life. Anybody came, big scholars, famous personalities, they said to the servant of Bhakti Thakur, I want to meet Swamiji, can I meet? So then the message would be given. Bhakti Thakur would ask him, go and ask him, who is he? So then he would ask, and then he would say, I am devotee of Krishna, because he knew he is a big devotee spreading Krishna consciousness. I am devotee of Krishna. Then the servant would tell him, then Bhaktivinoda would tell him that I am quite busy now, come some other time. Then he would be told, and he would say, okay, fine. Then he would leave. Just few seconds later, another person comes, similar way. Who are you? And he says, oh, I am very insignificant. I'm just trying to serve some Vaishnavas around me. So immediately Bhaktivinoda would say, get him inside. He has all my time for him, and he would give him all the time. So like that, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very direct to Madan Mohan Malviya also. He came and said, I have some questions to you for you. He said, I'm a little busy. Why don't you just assist that brahmachari who has something, and then he will answer your question. Go to him. Then he went, and that brahmachari said, I have some services. If, maybe you can also serve. Then washing pots. He was a big MLA or something, politician in those years. But he had humility of washing those pots. He washed the pots for 1 hour. After 1 hour, both of them washed hands, and then the both of them said, Brahmacharya said, okay, what are the questions? He said, all my questions are answered. Just by serving devotees, all our questions will be answered. Because questions which rise here in the brain, in one sense, answers cannot go in the brain and satisfy. This philosophy has to sink in the heart. Mm. That happens only when we serve. We have to get on our hands and knees. Just by intellectual, scholarly gymnastic, one cannot get the absolute truth under his foot. Hmm? Many times people think, I will understand Krishna and he'll be under my foot. So this mentality doesn't work. One has to keep his head below the feet of all the devotees. Then one can understand Krishna. Otherwise, never. The way to understand absolute is not by raising head, but by lowering head, by bending head. Then only one can understand. We saw see how Duryodhan, he insulted greatest Vaishnavi Draupadi by ordering that she should be pulled in the court and her hair were dragged. Who will catch? You have seen police and all the criminals are there, their hair are caught and something like that. Or some very rowdies, low class people, uncultured people, they catch each other's hair and pull and all that kind of very bad scenes like that. But her, she's the queen of the entire world, and her hair were pulled, and then eventually sari was also pulled. So greatest insult was done to Draupadi by Duryodhan and others, and then they met with such heavy destruction. Their lifespans immediately reduced. Their bulk, physical power, opulence, everything went down. Whenever one does Vaishnava Aparadh, he just ruins himself. And by rendering services to Vaishnavas, one's power increases beyond one's imagination. Yudhishthira Maharaj served so many Vaishnavas. When he left Hastinapur to go to forest, 60,000 Brahmins left with him. They said, we also want to be with you. How can we? You are such an ideal king. You are like our father. We'll go with you only. So then he was wondering, my God, here I am concerned about maintaining my four brothers and my wife. How thousands of these people have what to do? So then it was sages told him that you worship sun god, and then something happened. Then he worshipped sun god, and then he was given Akshay Patra. And Akshay Patra was such an amazing thing. Why 60,000? He can feed 60 lakhs, 60 crores, unlimited number of people. And only when Draupadi took at the end of the day, washed the pot, kept it upside down, then for that day it would produce nothing. But next day again, after Suryodaya, after sunrise, again it would produce unlimited quantity of food. So serving Vaishnavas increases one's power like anything. So in Prem Vilas, Shri Nityananda Das, one devotee who has written Prem Vilas, he tells story related to Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya. There was one in the hometown village of Narottam Das Thakur only, Gaderhat. So in that place, there was one person, Brahmin, Raghavendra. He had two sons. The elder one was Chandrai and the younger one was Santosh. These two were so abominable. It is described that they were worse than Jagai and Madai, literally worse than Jagai and Madai. We know only Jagai and Madai only to be the worst people. But what happens? The Jagai and Madai were delivered by Gaur Nitai. Hmm? When you say Nityam Prabhu is Balram only. So they were delivered by Gaur Nitai. So Lord always wants to glorify his devotees more than himself also. So that's why the culprits have to be worse than whom they delivered. Jagai Madai were delivered by Gaur Nitai. So these two are worse than Jagai and Madai, Chandrai and Santosh. Any sin that you know and you don't know, everything was performed by them. In fact, there is discussion also between Yamaraj's assistant. They are asking, what is their fate? So their fate, you just can't imagine how sinful they are. So all were they would burn the houses of people. They would eat cow flesh. They would any girl they would find, they would kidnap her for their enjoyment. Any woman here and there, everyone's money. They would Muslim king. He was also wondering when he would send soldiers. They would attack the soldiers, his guards and all that, Chandra and Santosh. They would attack the soldiers, take all their property, whatever they have carried, weapons, and then kill those soldiers only. So king was also helpless, very heavy, sinful, highly sinful people. So, but by Lord's arrangement, somehow after some time, one very powerful ghost entered in the body of Chandra. He was haunted like anything. His whole existence was getting shaken up. The ghost was creating havoc in his body, and everything was tried, but nothing was working. Then somebody suggested if Narottam Das Thakur Mahashay, who is from here only, them town, if he could be called, he will be delivered. He is a great personality. So then Narottam Das Thakur was sent the message. Then he comes with Ramchandra Kaviraj and some few other devotees. When he comes, then such a grand welcome is given by Raghavendra, the father, because he knows he's the only help now. Nobody else can do anything about my son. He'll pathetic in a very miserable way. He will die. So then, as he came, he was given such a grand welcome. The conch shells were blown. The whole road was set up. A lot of decorations were done. And the ladies, as soon as they came, they have that na ulu dhwani that was produced, and he was welcome. As soon as Raghavendra saw first time Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya, he was stunned. What a beautiful personality! What a charming personality! As much as what devotee carries Krishna in his heart, that much is very attractive. Not just that external facial beauty, but the heart's beauty. That's how Prabhupada was so appealing. In the Western world, that those years, 1960s, the slogan was never believe anybody above 30. Prabhupada was not 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus, he was 70 plus. And they welcomed him. They were all young boys and girls who were so beautiful, stout, strong, intelligent. They were attracted to Prabhupada. The Prabhupada was very skinny, short in comparison to them. He was not fair complexioned. He had no money, no health. Age was too much, beyond anyone's imagination. And they gave their lives to him. Why? Because Prabhupada carries Krishna in his heart. So Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomara shakati ache. So Krishna is very beautiful, very charming, very attractive. So gets attracted. So then he asked. Then he was brought inside the house by Raghavendra. He was given one asan. Then he asked, washed his lotus feet, then gave him another asan to sit. Then that time Narottam Das Thakur Maharaj said that thank you for your nice welcome, but I want to meet your son now. Where is he? He said he's in the inside room. Please come inside. So then he's very weak, he cannot come outside. Then he was taken there. He was on the bed lying. He was sleeping there. But as he was told that Narottam Das Thakur Maharaj has come, then he wanted to get up. Then Santosh and others helped him. So he was reclining against that backside. And he saw beautiful Narottam Das Thakur Maharaj. Then he bowed down and said, please, no, you are the only hope. Please help me. So as soon as that was done, so immediately the ghost inside, he shouted, I have been suffering in this body because of my wicked acts. Now please deliver me. I want to be born in your gram, Keturi gram. So auspicious is that gram where you are born. If I wish, now please relieve me from this body and let me take birth in your Keturi gram only. It is so auspicious. So then Narottam Das Thakur ordered him, no, please get out of this body, go to some other place. So the ghost at once came out of his body, and in one edition it is said that he went directly to Golok Vrindavan only. And here all people say Haribol, because Chandra was immediately, because when one is haunted by ghosts, he looks very ghostly and very different only. And as soon as the ghost left, then he's became quite beautiful. Narottam Das Thakur Krupa is there on him. So he was blessed. So then Narottam Das Thakur stayed there only. Next day only he told him, you take bath and I will give you initiation. So then he took bath and he gave him Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So he was protected. He survived and he became, health became better. Then because he had so much property, you can imagine how much he had been snatching away from others. So he gave boat full of property to Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya. After some days he took a boat, 10 boatfuls of rice, dal, sabji and many other things and lot of gold coins, and he offered it all in the service of Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya. Please use it in the service of Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya. Already had 6 deities in Keturi Gram. First Gaur Purnima day there was celebration, but eventually he had got 6 deities, including one Gaurang Mahapurush deity also. So the deity worship required a lot of wealth. So this was all used. So he was very happy now, Chandrai. So one day he thought, let me go to bank of Ganges to take bath. So he went with many of his people. As he took bath and he sat on the bank, because he was initiated, he was also initiated, Brahmin initiated. So he would chant that Gayatri also. So one spy told the king, Muslim king, that Chandra is there on the bank of the Ganges. He sent so many soldiers; they all came and captured him. Then he was brought in the court, and the Muslim king said, "Whip him," and they whipped him like anything. But Chandra was undisturbed. He accepted. In his humility, thought this is all because of my sinful reactions. Nothing, no problem. Then he was put in the jail. He was starved. He was nothing was being given to him. But he kept chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. His father here, Raghavendra, was quite concerned that my son should not suffer like this. So he asked one tantric, one person who knew all that, that could you please? He said, yes, I will do that. Don't worry. So from the house of Raghavendra, a tunnel was dug all the way, entering in his cell only, jail cell. And then the tantric came there and he was surprised, how you came inside? He said, what technique they have? And then he said, you just chant this small mantra of Durga Devi, and then I will take you out of this jail. You need not suffer. Your father is quite concerned. Immediately, Chandra said, no, nothing doing. I have been initiated into Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Radha Krishna Mantra. I will not chant any other mantra. He said, no, 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 just a while, for a while, just for escape reason. He said, no. I'm tell my father I'm okay. I have no complaint about anything. I'll just go on chanting. Even if death comes, no problem. So that person was helpless. He just came, and Raghavendra was wondering what to do now. So after some months, then the king said, "Get Chandra in front." So Chandra was brought. Yes, then he gave him abusive words. You rascal, you did this and that. So now we will trample you beneath the feet of elephant. So like that. So then he was put in the ground, huge ground, and his legs were tied to the ropes. And soon the elephant was released, mad elephant. He came running, and Chandra was undisturbed. We are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So elephant came and took his trunk, captured Chandra, and just pulled him, threw him on the ground, dashed him on the ground. But he continued Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So elephant went around. By that time, Chandra again stood up. Elephant again charged on him, came running. Something. Then Chandra just caught hold of his trunk and just pulled it, and the trunk only came out. Whole trunk came out. The elephant was without trunk, and the elephant was like shouting like anything. There was so much pain. There a lot of strength is there in that trunk. Many things can be uprooted with that trunk, but trunk only was uprooted. And then screaming, it just fell on the ground dead. King and all the soldiers, everybody was stunned. What kind of feat? This is not ordinary activity. The king came to him and, how could you do it? Even I cannot do this. How did you do it? He said, sir, this is not my thing. I don't know what happened, but I was all throughout meditating on my spiritual master and chanting the holy name of the Lord. Something divine happened. It's all glories of my spiritual master, not my, nothing to do with me, like that. So the king released him and gave him freedom. And then he told him also that you may not be knowing many details. So the food was not given to me. Food maybe was sent to him, but he was not taking. For some reason, he was not taking. So I never took food for so many months. I was starving, but all throughout I was chanting the holy name of the Lord. My father sent a spy also. He came right in my jail cell, and he had a mantra to take me out of this. I did not accept that because I just wanted to be faithful to my guru and all that. So then king said, "You are glorious. Your guru is glorious. I release you. You're absolved of all those things." Then he was released, and then Raghavendra was so happy. Then when he came on the horse, he came up to some part. Then he got down from the horse. Other horsemen, his associates, they went to Gaderhat because he was not going home only. He said, "I'm directly going to Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya, my spiritual master, because by his grace only I am out." So then he went and fell at the lotus feet of Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya. Narottam Das Thakur blessed him, and there were a lot of celebrations over there. So Santosh also was delivered. So we can see when one serves the devotees, one becomes very powerful. That is the protection. Especially the devotional service will be protected. The remembrance of the Lord will be protected. As far as the body is concerned, this is perishable body. Nobody can do proper statement. As far as material body is concerned, nobody can do anything for anyone. We all will see so many of our relatives helplessly dying in front of our eyes. You have money, you have physical power, you have intellectual ability. With your brain, you can design a crane with which you can lift thousands of kgs of weights, but you cannot lift your relative. He will be there only. Hmm. So we are helpless in this world. We are created in a very helpless way, and that is the message by the Lord. You are helpless, but you have the help of the most powerful person. And with that, receiving that help, you will be out of your problem, and you can help the whole world to come out of its problem. That's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur told Prabhupada towards the end of their meeting in 1922, the first meeting only. That if you only accept this message of Lord Chaitanya and spread it all over the world, not only you will benefit, all those who come in touch with you, they also will benefit. So spread this message, and Prabhupada spread it, and then we are benefiting so much. So if only we serve Vaishnavas, we are protected. Yesterday I met Her Grace Vatsala Radha Mataji in her flat. So I was hearing from her how she was. She is I don't know when, few years back she fell down from third floor. When I heard, I was shocked. I said, third floor? She said, yes. Third floor means what? Around 40 feet above the ground minimum. From third floor you fall down, almost death only, or if at all, then hand legs can break. But Mataji is there because she has served so many great souls. She was telling so many great souls she served, so many sannyasis. When she went with her husband to Jakarta, and they helped the temple to flourish, preaching, so many activities, so many Vaishnavas, because nobody else was there, and Mataji was very good cook, and she had good body, and she had desire, most important desire to serve. So she got to serve so many great souls. So now Krishna protected her, and she's able to practice. Many people cannot go up to that age, 82. She's youngsters, strong people, they die, but she fell down from third floor still intact, and memory of Krishna is so strong, so amazing. So anybody who serves Vaishnavas is empowered. His devotional service will be protected. On the contrary, anybody who offends Vaishnavas, he'll be destroyed. So that's why we should know how the ways of the Lord work and tune in with that and get empowered, rather than be ignorant of that or get carried away by our own passions and then offend Vaishnavas and destroy oneself. That is wrong way. The correct way is this. Since everything is dependent on the free will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, our only duty is to surrender unto Him and seek His protection. So His protection we get through devotees. Anybody who takes shelter of Krishna's devotees, he only will be protected. Ashralayya bhaje, tare Krishna nahi tyaje. One who takes shelter of Krishna and performs bhajan, Krishna never gives up such a person. Just performing bhajan is not enough. One has to take shelter, and the shelter we receive through a bona fide spiritual master and through Vaishnavas. Then Krishna will never give up such a person. Even if by some wrong, whatever, one leaves it, Krishna will still get him back. Sei sevak dhanya jena chhade prabhu charan, sei prabhu dhanya jena chhade nij jan, दुर्दैव में सेवक जदि जाय अन्य स्थाने, sei ठाकुर धन्य तारे चूले धरियाने. Sei sevak dhanya jena chhade prabhu charan. That servant is glorious who never gives up the lotus feet of his master. Say Prabhu Dhanya Jana Chhade Nija Jan. But that master is also glorious who never gives up his servant. दुर्दैवी, by some misfortune, sevaka jadi jaya anya sthani. If the servant goes to some other place, just like Kala Krishnadas left Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's service and association. Say Thakur Dhanya, that master is glorious. Tare chule dhare aane. The master goes, catches him by his shika and pulls him back to devotee association. Krishna's Kaviraj, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu literally did it with Kala Krishnadas. So it's very important. That's why once His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj was telling, he was asking Gaurang Prabhu that Gaurang Prabhu, why is it that your Shikha is very long, whereas Devamrit Prabhu, who is his Shiksha Guru, now Bhakti Rasama Swami Maharaj, his Shikha is very small, so small you cannot put a knot also. And Gaurang Prabhu was very long in those years, like that. So Gaurang Prabhu could not answer. Then Gaurang Prabhu Maharaj told that because he is very surrendered, I don't have to catch his Shikha. But I need to catch your Shika, like that. That was joke that early days, like that. But good that way, Guru has formed grip over the disciples' life. Then he'll be protected no matter what happens. So we should make sure that with the days, months, years passing by, we become humble, more and more humble, and we increase the number of masters. Unfortunately, Maya dictates that my servant should increase. Now I should be a bigger preacher. When I began preaching, some 5, 6 boys were coming. Now 1 year is over. Now 10, 15 are coming. Now 10 years are over. Now 50, 60, 100 are there. And then more and more. This is not the way of thinking. This is Maya's way of thinking. If one is hearing from Guru Parampara, Gurus, then one understand my masters are increasing now, and I am so blessed because of having so many masters protecting me, above me, and sheltering me, protecting me. Maya will not be able to touch me. Because so many masters are there. Dharmo rakshati rakshataha. One who protects dharma is protected by that protected dharma. Hmm. So dharma is should be protected. Just like parents feed the children very nice food, so they are very weak born, and as they are fed more and more, so many nice items, nutritious item, the children's strength grows. And as they grow into youthful days, anybody comes to touch parents, the son will take care. He'll beat them up like that. But on the contrary, if only we beat somebody, beat him like anything, beat him, his whole body is swollen and paining and all that. And now somebody comes to attack us, he even if he wants to protect you, he cannot protect because his body is in pain and all that. So this is that when I said the child, so that dharma. When dharma is fed very nicely, protected very nicely, followed very nicely, dharma becomes very stout, and that protected dharma protects that living entity. On the contrary, as I said, when you beat a person, he's swelling, so you break the dharma, you go against the dharma, don't follow the dharma becomes very weak. And when you are attacked tomorrow, the dharma cannot protect you because you only destroyed the dharma in the beforehand. So one's duty to follow the dharma, and the dharma is given in Prabhupada books by Prabhupada, wherein he's telling so nicely how Krishna thinks, how Krishna, what he speaks, and what he does. Only those who are protected by a devotee, he protects them. Just like Prahlad, he had taken shelter of Narad Muni. Vani sung. Vapu he could not because he is in the womb of the mother. He is only able to touch the inner surface of his mother's womb. He cannot take his hand out and touch the lotus feet of Narad Muni because he's in the womb only. And then she came back. Then he was delivered. But the Vani he captured like anything while being in the womb only. And the Vani is repeating, is preaching very boldly without any fear. So he was protected. Very powerful, mad elephants tried to trample him, no question. Then he was given very concentrated poison, no question of dying. He entered in fire. Holika, his Bua, father Hiranyakashipu's sister, she died. She burnt. She had got benediction by Brahma that fire flames cannot burn you. That's why she was already sitting in fire. And she said, Beta Prahlad, come sit on the lap of your Bua. She says, Bua, I'm coming. And he came. She's already in the fire. And he sat on her lap. As soon as he sat on her lap, her body only burned to ashes. And he came out. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. All were surprised. Are they dreaming? Who is coming out? Holika is coming out of Prahlad. Then they understood. No, Holika is not out only, she's in only. Invisible. And then Prahlad came out. So one who protects Dharma, he is protected. So one has to be taking shelter of devotees, then one is protected. Similarly, Amrish Maharaj also we see. Though Durvasa was so powerful, he is Amshik avatar of Lord Shiva, Amsha avatar, partial. So powerful Durvasa Muni is, but he could do nothing to Parikshit, to Amrish Maharaj. Already Lord had appointed Sudarshan Chakra for his protection. Why? Because why Amrish Maharaj was doing fasting for the sake of his citizen. They should flourish. They should flourish in bhakti. For their sake, he was fasting. That's why he did not perish. Similarly, Rantideva also, for the sake of his citizens' spiritual progress, he was fasting and all that. So, though he was tested by the demigods by starving, still he did not die. So, anybody who serves devotees, his power will keep on increasing. And anybody who offends Vaishnavas in any way, his power will decrease. He can be destroyed also. It is said that bhakti can be destroyed also. If one performs a big offense to a very big devotee. On the contrary, if we serve in a small way also, very big or even small devotees, our power will keep increasing, increasing, increasing. So with the days, months, years passing by, we should ensure that number of our masters are increasing and our service to them is ever on increase, never goes down. Then we'll see, we will feel the power and we will also be blessed simultaneously with the understanding this is not my power. This is, I'm empowered, I'm not powerful. I am not powerful, I am empowered. Both cases, power is there. But in powerful, one thinks this is my power, as Hiranyakashipu thought. But in empowered, one knows this is not my power, this is borrowed one, this is blessed one, this is gifted one, offered to me. I have it. Let me utilize it to get more power, to be able to serve better and more and better. So then this is proper understanding. And that will happen by regular attending regular Bhagavatam classes, reading Srila Prabhupada books. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. All the anarthas reduce as we regularly attend Srimad Bhagavatam classes. We get to hear Lord's Vani repeated in Parampara, and then our mind gets purified also. Okay, any question? Yes. That is because of passion. All your thoughts about future, insecurity, that is all passion. And all thoughts about the past, oh, that I did not do properly, if only I would have little studied more harder, I would have been IIT, somehow I got into NIT, or I would have been in that job, somehow I landed up in this company. So the anxiety of wrong, whatever the lamentation of the past is because of ignorance dominating one's life, and the anxieties of the future are because of passion. One has to be in the mode of goodness and satisfied. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na shochati, no lamentation of the past, na kankshati, no hankering of the future. Brahma bhuta, he is situated. I am not body, I am spirit soul. He is in the present tense, wherever he is. No shochati, no kankshati, samas sarveshu bhuteshu, he sees all living it equally, and what you call samas sarveshu bhuteshu Mad bhaktim labate param. Then he can practice bhakti. When you come to the mode of goodness and then ahead. Otherwise, as long as passion, ignorance, it is all mixed bhakti only. And prasannatma we should be. We should be cheerful. The moment you have anxiety, oh future, what will happen? Brahmacharis can be so much anxiety stricken. Oh, no bank balance, no wife, no children, no house, no car, bekar. Bay means two, not that two cars. Bekar means useless fellow. No, what do you call, security. There is one lecture of His Holiness Ram Swami Maharaj. The title is The Only Security is Faith in Krishna. Very nice. And I heard it many years back. Or maybe this is the statement in that lecture. The only security is faith in Krishna. Because all other things, yes, that's what he said, no? Prahlad, in the beginning we discussed. Balasya neha sharanam pitaro nrusimha. All other securities are no securities at all. Hmm. You know who are the JF Kennedy, no? The President of America. What high class security is there for the President of America? America's security itself is so high. For American President, all the more. And he had bullet car also. Hmm. All security was there, but one person who was upset shot him and it went in the brain, died on the spot. So such huge, I don't know what is it called. Z plus security is for big people. For American president, I believe it is, I don't know what. A to Z, Z is the last. Z plus, I don't know what. Z raised to 10,000 plus something like that. Whatever that security is called as. That could not save him. Indira Gandhi. Her own guards only killed her. What more is required? Her own guards only killed her. Guards, why we keep guards? So that anybody attacks, that guard will kill him, that person. The guard only killed her. So we should not have faith in anything else, but so don't have anxiety of the future. Future is glorious. Success is guaranteed for a rigid practitioner. Be rigid practitioner in the present. Then your success in the future is guaranteed. In fact, your rigid practice for now is itself success. You understand? Don't have any future. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. Our ananyas chintayanto mam doesn't happen. With undivided attention, we don't serve Krishna. We don't surrender to Krishna fully. The fear is there. Ham tam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. All this anxiety is all fear and all. This is because of not surrendering. So we have to surrender. Before surrender, there is fear. While surrendering, there is fear. After surrender, there is no fear. So surrender. Give yourself. Then Krishna will take care. For that matter, Prabhupada also in his worldly lila, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur came in his dream and said, "Take sannyas," and he was shocked. How can I take sannyas? My wife is there, children are there. What will happen? Like that. He came 2 3 times. Then he consulted Bhakti Rakshak Siddhar Maharaj. He said, "Yes, Guru Maharaj is coming. You want to preach also? So sannyas is very favorable. Take it." He said, "But what about this thing?" So then ultimately it was decided he should take. But Bhakti Rakshak Siddhar Maharaj was not ready to give. He said, I know your wife and your children. If I give you sannyas, you will take sannyas, you will go, but they will catch me. So you better approach somebody else. Then he approached Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj and said, "Yes, I will give you. Take sannyas." And then he was given in Mathura. Hmm. So those who are grahastha, they can take sannyas. Others can become brahmacharis. Or if not, at least grahastha brahmacharis. That means not having any anxiety. Surrender to Krishna. Krishna will take care of everything. Manasa deho geho jo kichu mor arpilu tuapade nanda kishore. And Krishna says, he says that Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Amitava nitya dasa janinu ye bara amara palana bhara ekhono tomara. I have realized now, Lord, that I am your eternal servant. Amitava nitya das janinu ye bara. Now I have realized it. Amara palan bar, my maintenance. Ekhono tomara. Now it's your anxiety. No more my anxiety. Like children are, na? Like all these children you see. Anything mother or father, they know. In the beginning they don't know, so they go for everything mother only. And the needs are also fulfillable. They can be fulfilled by mother mainly. She gets resources from father only, but like that. But eventually when he goes to school, then the money and all that, then the father is also there. So that's it. For some things mother, for some other things father. That's it. No anxiety of themselves. So like that, we have to be free from anxiety. Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So if you chant attentively, then there will not be any anxiety. Yes. Yes. Materially, one gets elevated sometimes. Hmm. Destroyed? Duryodhana gave. Hmm. Holika got destroyed. Hmm. Not necessarily they may be offending Vaishnavas. If you see their dealings with some Vaishnavas may be very congenial. Hmm. Are there some Vaishnavas who embrace them? There are. Yeah, great souls. But we have stamped them as offenders, maybe. Whatever, we don't know. Krishna is watching the whole show. Krishna knows what to do. Like that. We should not necessarily just certain thing. We can consult with our superiors and see. Sometimes Krishna's ways are like that, by which everybody will improve. Some of the ways people blaspheme, then the Vaishnavas, some little diversion here and then, that will be taken care of. But we have to know Vaishnava servant will be flourishing, and anybody who offends Vaishnavas. Yes, any other? But it is understood he is chanting Hare Krishna, that means Krishna's name, and Krishna is never alone. Krishna is with his devotees. So if you say no, like when you love somebody, you love that person's son also and daughter also. You don't kick them and say, I love you, sir. He will be upset with you. So that understanding has to be there. But they respect sadhus, devotees. Sometimes outsiders respect devotees more than but I mean, their interaction with sadhus is once in a while. And they have high regards. Ati parichayat avagya. So they don't have ati parichaya with sadhus. So they have high regards, isn't it? If you see, like our saffron brahmacharis go any village and all that, my god, people will shower flower at their lotus feet. And ladies will pour water on their feet. So much respect is given. But the same person inside is contemporarily like, ये कौन है? Who is he? If he is in saffron, I am also in saffron. I took saffron 3 days before him. I'm senior saffron brahmachari. So yeah, that's why Krishna is saying one who gives this knowledge of Bhagavad to Vaishnavas, preaches, he's very dear. So we distribute to outsiders. Everybody is devotee only. Everybody is a pure devotee, only covered with different degrees of sattva gun, rajagun, tamagun. Just and process of bhakti is uncovering them. It is not something to be received from outside. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kabune. It is inside in our heart. Krishna Prem. We are all pure devotees. So we should see that. Prabhupada saw all hippies as devotees. That's why they all hippies in presence of Prabhupada they felt I am Krishna's devotee. But Prabhupada saw them like that only. And they never felt like that in the presence of anyone, including their mother and father. Because everybody saw them as a rich, as useless people. Everybody's vision was like that. But Prabhupada always saw these are children of Krishna. They are just lost and I have to get them back to Krishna. Krishna Prabhupada was very merciful. That's what when Mukund Maharaj writes, when he was musician, he was expert in many instruments, but mridang that is not there over there. They know drums and all that, but this one. So Prabhupada taught him the first steps of mridang. He taught him 17 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, and then he said, "Now you practice." So then he practiced for a while. Then he brought mridang and said, "Prabhupada, I have practiced, Swamiji. Can I just play?" He said, "Yes, you play." And then he started playing the way Prabhupada had taught him. He started playing 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that. And Prabhupada absorbed, closed his eyes, and he was relishing. Prabhupada was, nodding and all that. And he, after some, when he got the bits properly, then he looked at Swamiji and he was wondering, this is very basic for him. And how much is he relishing this? I'm just a neophyte learning the first beats. Prabhupada was relishing that. So this is Prabhupada. So appreciative of just let's like parents are so appreciative of children's first steps. The toddlers they are hardly learning to walk. But parents are very appreciative. They in case child falls they give finger and all that. So Prabhupada's definition of bhakti in one word is appreciation. How much you appreciate everything and everyone around. Appreciate. Appreciation is not growing. That means our bhakti is not growing. Appreciation is decreasing. All of us can see when we came to Bhakti, we were quite appreciative. Like I was appreciative. Radhesham Das, MTech, IIT Boy, gold medalist, a sadhu. I thought in the college I have seen so many MTechs and all coming. Never in sadhu. Never in coat suit, boot, or at least formal dress. In the seminar halls, we had attended many seminars in the first semester. And here is a sadhu. Is he the one? Maybe somebody else will come later. MTech IIT Powai. Even here maybe some sadhu might, if a warming session, warming up, somebody might have been invited. Afterwards, I understood he is the one. Really? So yeah, ISKCON is having powerful devotees, but then we take them casually over a period of time. So okay, if it's MTech, then there is BTech also. We take everything. A to Z Tech, A Tech, Z Tech, all are there in ISKCON. So we have to be humble. When we receive knowledge, we become humble. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. If Vidya is not earned, then pride only comes. Gyanis are so proud. because they don't on Vidya. Prabhupada calls Mayavadis are ignorant fools, topmost ignorant people, because they are ignorant. Krishna has hands, like everything. They don't even know such basic thing, which for that matter sometimes children also know. So Mayavadis are most ignorant. So Gyanis are also like that. They are proud of their knowledge. So it's a Jnana beach. It's not Vidya. It's not Gyan. So we have to develop Vidya by receiving Bhakti knowledge from our spiritual master. Is that okay? Any other? Okay, then we'll end. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.